Caitlin Clark is going to spend all of next season playing in NBA arenas.
The Indiana Fever just made history. Caitlin Clark and her teammates graced the cover of Sports Illustrated, an honor that cements their status as game changers in women's basketball. But not everyone is celebrating.
One thing is very clear. The Indiana Fever is America's team. And boy, the haters.
Angel Reese, the self-proclaimed face of the WNBA, seems to be fuming on the sidelines. Is it jealousy? Is it rivalry? Or is it just business? Let's break it all down. Asterisk. This isn't just a magazine spread. This is a statement. Caitlin Clark, alongside her Indiana Fever teammates, gracing one of the most iconic platforms in American sports media, is a cultural milestone. Sports Illustrated doesn't hand out covers to just anyone.
Brazil, their coaching had no answer.
This is about influence. It's about trajectory. It's about who's driving the future of the WNBA, and right now that's Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. Clark, who shattered NCAA scoring records, boosted ratings like no one before her, and sold out arenas during her college days, is now the face of a franchise that's rebuilding with purpose. And her teammates? Lexi Hull, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, they're not just role players. They're a unit, a core, a team with real chemistry and vision. Sports Illustrated chose to showcase that unity, that energy, and that new era. It wasn't just a spotlight on one player, it was a spotlight on a movement. A visual declaration that the WNBA's future isn't just about individual star power. It's about collective excellence.
Atlanta Dream moved 1 game to the State Farm Arena. Chicago Sky moved 2 games to the United Center.
Now here's where things get interesting. In the aftermath of the cover release, Caitlin Clark's name started trending. Again, merchandise sales surged. Social media erupted. The Indiana Fever's profile skyrocketed. And yet, Angel Reese remained noticeably silent. For someone who usually has no problem speaking her mind on social media, posting memes, quotes, and cryptic tweets about being unbothered, Reese's online presence went unusually quiet. No congrats, no repost, no acknowledgement. These weren't just random musings. These were arrows. And let's be honest, we all know who they were aimed at.
We're now at the stage where Caitlin Clark is probably going to be responsible. I'm not joking when I say this.
While Caitlin Clark is being embraced by legacy sports institutions like SI, ESPN, and the WNBA itself, Angel Reese seems to feel boxed out, like the media spotlight has passed her by, despite her own accolades and championship resume. To understand the tension, we have to rewind the clock. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese became intertwined during the 2023 NCAA tournament. Clark led Iowa to the title game with swagger and historic performances. Angel led LSU to the championship and infamously hit Clark with the "you can't see me" gesture, sparking national debate and igniting a rivalry that went viral.
Most television games in franchise history, the most national television games in for a single team.
From that moment, the media and fans divided them into archetypes. Caitlin, the humble, hard-working America's sweetheart from the Midwest. Angel, the brash, confident, unapologetic villain who leaned into the hate and built her brand around it. It was compelling, it was marketable, and it was very, very real. But as they both entered the WNBA, the dynamics shifted. Caitlin got the #1 pick. She got the endorsements. She got the praise. Angel, despite going to a large market team like the Chicago Sky, she was drafted later, received fewer headlines, and began voicing her frustrations online.
These are all going to be big rated games. CBS against the Sky.
Caitlin Clark isn't just a good player. She's a brand. She brings TV ratings. She fills arenas. Her Fever jersey is the top selling in the WNBA, and her games are being moved to national broadcast. This is unprecedented attention for women's basketball. And that's where the envy sets in. Angel Reese is no slouch when it comes to marketing. She capitalized heavily on NIL during her LSU days and is incredibly savvy online. She knows how to keep herself trending. But there's a difference between being viral and being viable in the professional league. Reese is struggling to match Caitlyn's immediate impact in the WNBA,
Needs to do everything they can to promote Caitlin Clark.
both on the court and off it. The Sports Illustrated cover didn't just highlight Caitlyn, it highlighted that Caitlyn's teammates are part of something bigger. It showcased a team that's building something special. That kind of visibility only intensifies the comparison. And let's be honest, comparisons drive headlines, but they also fuel insecurity. Now let's zoom in on actual performance. Caitlin Clark hasn't just made waves because of hype. She's producing deep threes, double-digit assists, poise under pressure. She's learning quickly, adapting to the pace of the WNBA, and showing leadership even as a rookie. Her transition from college superstar to pro playmaker has been smoother than expected. Meanwhile, Angel Reese has struggled with consistency.
America's team, yeah, guys, I mean, let's just be honest. This is exactly what they do in the NFL with the Dallas Cowboys.
Her rebounding and hustle are undeniable, but her shooting mechanics, defensive positioning, and on-court decision-making have all come under scrutiny. Critics say she's more focused on off-court optics than actual performance. And even her fans have started to acknowledge that while she talks the talk, she's yet to fully walk the walk in the WNBA. And that's where the envy becomes understandable. When your rival is dominating both the media landscape and the basketball court, and then gets immortalized on the Sports Illustrated cover with her team. That stings, especially when you believe you belong there too. The Fever's chemistry and the Sky's questions. The Indiana Fever aren't just a team with Caitlin Clark. They're a team with chemistry. Aaliyah Boston, the 2023 Rookie of the Year,
Playing in NBA arenas. We've got rival fans being furious that
has taken a leadership role. Kelsey Mitchell, a proven scorer, is stepping up to be the veteran presence. Lexi Hull is becoming a defensive anchor. And yes, even Sophie Cunningham is being positioned as the team's enforcer, someone who protects Caitlin and brings a physical edge. It's not a team full of egos. It's a team with alignment, with purpose, and with unity. The Sports Illustrated cover was a celebration of that. Not just star power, not just popularity, but a franchise turning a corner with players who are all bought in. Can the Chicago Sky say the same about Angel Reese's situation? That's debatable. There are questions about chemistry, about focus, and about leadership. Reese may be talented, but is she ready to be the cornerstone of a culture reset like what's happening in Indiana? Media favoritism and the face of the league. Let's not kid ourselves. Media favoritism exists. Caitlin Clark gets the lion's share of attention not just because of her play, but because she represents something that legacy sports media can easily sell. A transcendent shooter, a girl next door, a Midwestern icon who can be compared to Steph Curry. Angel Reese, by contrast, represents disruption. She's bold, she's loud, she's unapologetic. And while that energy is great for social media engagement, it's less appealing to traditional sports media structures that prefer safe stars. That kind of exclusion breeds resentment. When Reese sees her rival getting accolades, covers, interviews, and massive support, it reinforces the idea that the system doesn't reward confidence unless it comes in a certain package. And whether you agree with her or not, that perception is fueling the rivalry even more. The Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese rivalry isn't just about basketball. It's about branding, perception, identity, and legacy. It's about how the media builds narratives, how fans choose sides, and how two incredibly talented young women are navigating the pressure of being more than just athletes. The Sports Illustrated cover was a moment of triumph for the Indiana Fever. But in the shadows of that celebration, the drama continues to unfold. Because in the WNBA's new era, the spotlight may shine bright, but it casts long shadows, too. So where does this go from here? Will Angel Reese rise to the occasion and match Caitlin Clark's on-court production? Will the Chicago Sky build a team culture that allows Reese to thrive? Or will Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever continue to dominate the headlines, the standings, and the narrative? One thing's for sure, the Sports Illustrated cover isn't the end of the story. It's just the beginning. Asterisk, if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more WNBA drama.